Hey YouTube channel, how you guys doing? This is your girl Big AJ coming back at you with another video today. Yes. So today we're going to talk about letting your yes mean yes and your no means no. Okay? So this goes out to the parents. Um when raising your children, you know, I made a video a while back. You can go check out my page and go look. And when I was telling you that it's not the kids, that I think it's the parents that has a lot of these behaviors where they are. And so, again, like I said, before we get started with our video, welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe to my channel. So if you're watching this video, hit that subscribe button and like so you can view all the content that I will be giving you. Again, I told you my channel is everything and then some. I have a lot of things that I like to talk to you guys about. But back to the children. I think a lot of times as parents, we fail our children so much because we don't want to say no. And, you know, we have to be able to say no to our kids because no is no and yes is yes. You know, as a school teacher and been working with kids for over 20 something years, I understand how kids don't get the concept of no. Because who don't want what they don't want? Everybody want what they want. And even as adults, the answer sometimes have to be no, you know? So I get that. But I say that to say, if we do not let our kids know that it's okay for me to tell you no. It's okay for you not to win. You know, life is life. There's a game of basketball, football, any sports activity out here. You're going to have a winner and you're going to have a loser. And we have to teach our kids that so that they won't grow up thinking that everything has to be their way. They don't do well in school because when the teacher or someone tells them no, from what I've seen in my experience, these kids spaz out. I mean, spaz out. We have kids flipping tables. We have kids talking back to teachers because they not getting the answers that they want. And it bothers me so much that's why I wanted to get on here and talk about this, because our kids is not going to make it out here in this world. I don't want to say it, but it's the truth. Our kids is going to be in jail or unfortunately dead if they don't get the things they want. They're going to go out here stealing and hurting other people just to get it. So please, let's teach these kids. If you agree with me, write down in my comment section. Do you think I'm telling you guys the truth? Do you think that is not realistic? Do you think that you just have to continue to tell your kids yes so that you can please them? You know, and I just want you to let me know what you think. But I think about it was an incident, and I'm pretty sure everybody done heard this, about the track star or the young girl that was running track. This story is a little old, but she was running track and supposedly hit a girl. Well, not supposedly, she hit a girl with the baton. Hit her with the baton because the girl was passing her up and gave the girl a concussion. And then the parents were so in denial. They were so much in denial, and they were saying that their daughter didn't do that on purpose. And it was clearly obvious that it was done on purpose. Stevie Wonder could have seen that, okay? So had they raised her the right way and let her know that it's okay, baby, you're still good at what you're doing, keep going, keep striving to do your best. But let her know that everybody is not going to win. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, because you hear people say everybody's a winner. No, everybody is not a winner. And just like for me, while like I know like when I'm in school and I work with these kids, I play games, like Simon Says, we have relay races, we have these things. So I give the instructions, I give you the directions on how this game is going to be played. I may say the winner will get X, Y, and Z. Okay? And then I also tell them, if you do not win, it's okay. It's okay. So I don't want anybody crying, because I do work with elementary kids, K through 3. So if you do not win, I don't want to see you crying or getting upset, having tantrums and things of that nature. But guess what happened? They have tantrums, fall out, and that's because they're kids, and I do get it. But guess what? I don't do. I don't say, okay, well, you're having a tantrum, you're going to get a prize too. Everybody getting a prize. That's not the way the world go. When I say no, the answer is no. And that goes with anything in life. When it comes to adults and men and women out here, if a woman says no for any type of sexual advances or anything of that nature, the answer is no, period. No matter what you thought or what you heard, the answer is no. I hear a lot of people saying, well, if you go to a woman's place or this, that, and a man's place or a woman's place at a certain time of the day, you're looking for something. And that's not necessarily true. You might be just wanting to have conversation or whatever. But whatever you might be trying to do, have a drink or something, getting to know someone. If I say no, the answer is no. But I go back to say, so it was an incident that happened, in my classroom. I do have some parents that I work with. I mean, when I tell you good parents, good teaching skills, those parents, if I come to them and tell them, hey, your child had a little problem today, he got off on the wrong track, we want to discuss his behavior, things. I have parents that come to the front door and they get on the children. They tell them what's right, what's wrong. You're going to be respectful. You're going to listen to your teacher, this, that, and the third. But the ones that I have that come to me and say, well, what triggered him? Why is he being disrespectful? Or, they don't take accountability. Parents, you have to take accountability for your children. You do, because there's no teacher, I'm not going to say all teachers, but there's no teacher that's going to just tell you a lie about your child. That's not what we're here for. We're here to teach them and get them ready for the world out here. So I had this one parent, her child has been very, very disrespectful. If he does not get his way, if he asks me, he might ask me something like, can I play basketball? Or can I write on this paper? Whatever it is. And I might say to him, okay, we can't play basketball right now. I said, but give me 10 minutes or whatever, or after we do this assignment or this activity, we can move on and you can play basketball. But this child in particular, that's not good enough. Or it was another incident where they were doing like a painting activity. This is the same child I'm talking about. And we had to fill the thing up with water, right? The little cup with water, and put the paint down on the table. I distributed the water. I gave everybody a little bit of water, like a little cup, I'm gonna just use this. This is a car freshener. It's actually a nice one. It's called Very Cherry. I got it from AutoZone. It smells good. But anyway, so it was like a little cup like this, and I put everybody's water in it. Just about this much, because I feel like you don't need that much water to rinse your brush off, because with 10, 12 kids working on a project, you know what that's going to look like. Water going to be everywhere. So this one particular kid, that likes to get his way, that you can't tell no to, said, I want more water. And I explained to the kid, I said, well, I gave everybody water. I said, that's enough water for you. You'll be okay. He said, no. No. Okay, that's fine. I ignored the situation. This kid goes on into the restroom, fills his cup up with water to the top, all the way to the top. So now he's challenging me, my authority, So it was okay. I kindly took the water, I poured it out, and I gave him what he wanted. So that seemed like that was about to be a battle. So my thing is, so when I approach this parent again about her child, this is what she said to me. You're not gentle enough. What triggered him? He's getting the same treatment that everyone else. Everyone else has a cup of water with a little amount of water in it, this high, okay? And he's going to do the same thing. She was making so many excuses for him, and that's why I told her, I said, Mom, that's not the way to go. I said, you're not giving him any justice, because now he feels like whenever he wants something and when everything does not go his way, he can have a tantrum, he can have fits and stuff. And that makes it hard on us educators, our teachers out here. Do you guys know how many times I have had that parent and a couple of other parents just came in defense mode? And I get it. I get you guys love your parents and I love your kids. But like I said, as an adult and as a teacher, we have to lead them and let them know it's okay. I said no. The answer is no. The answer is no. We got to get better parents. We got to do better raising these kids out here. We have to. It's very crucial. I've had parents come up and say, well, he said that you did this, and he said, but what am I telling you? What am I telling you? The one parent tell me, my kid don't lie. My kid is not lying to me. And that lets me know that you're not being accountable. You're being realistic, because all kids lie. Because they know, they have reasons to lie, because they know if they tell the truth, they're going to get in trouble. So I just thought I'd get on here. It was something that it was on my mind again. Let your yes mean yes. Do you guys agree with me? Or could anybody tell me that as a teacher, or if you're an educator out here, have you had any experience with kids that just don't want to take no for an answer? You know what I'm saying? Or you have parents that don't want to face reality and accept that their kids need some type of help and some type of guidance. Write down in the description and let me know some of the things that you're going through. Maybe we can converse and figure out some other methods that we can use to help our children to learn to accept accountability. And again, like I said, I go back to doing this because, going back to talking about this, like I said, because that incident that happened with that little track girl, and that was a very sad thing, you know what I'm saying? I hope they resolve that issue on the subject and everything about that. I didn't want the girl to really get punished to a certain degree, but she did need to have some type of consequence to let her know that her actions was wrong. And again, I want us to always remember, please, parents, let's help our children. You can say no to them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Say no, and it's okay. So having said all of that, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to get back with you later. I love you. Thank you. And if you haven't hit that button yet, and if you're still here looking, subscribe to that channel, and I'll check you out later. Love you. Bye-bye.